maybe not everybody paid attention to, but your tackle on the interception, because that could have been huge if you don't make it. So what'd you see? Did you, the hustle it took to get there? Walk me through that.
Really, in our program, it's really about, straining all the time. Coach Brown emphasizes that all the time. And it's really like pain of discipline or pain of regret. So I didn't want to be that guy who's loafing on the field and possibly give up a game-winning touchdown or something like that. And then on the other hand of it, too, I also played defense a lot in high school. So I did look at the opportunity to get a free hit in, and I was excited for the opportunity.
See, you put a pretty good shot on you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 220, so I was running full speed. He didn't see me, so I just did what I had to do. Yeah, Letty talked to me about that after the game, but thankfully he wasn't hurt or anything.
Did you realize there was nobody sort of past you, that the corner was open, if not for you?
I didn't really think about it. I wasn't really scanning the whole field while I was running, but I heard the crowd, like you hear the momentum change and stuff. So I was just looking for the ball, and then I seen it. He was coming directly towards me with his head, and his head was on the swivel. So I got to just, go ahead and take the shot.
More conventional play, your touchdown. You feel more comfortable going up and making plays now?
Yeah, I really do, because our receiver coach put an emphasis on 50-50 balls, and you really don't know how many opportunities you're going to get throughout the game. So when you get the shot, you really just have to make it, because you never know when you're going to get the next one.
As a player, how do you handle the ups and downs and the ebbs and flows of a rivalry game where anything's unpredictable? And certainly Saturday, I mean, there was a whole swath of things that happened in that game Saturday, both good and bad. How do you handle that?
Really just about staying neutral. Never get too high on anything, and never get too low on, things too. Like when you score a touchdown, it's easy to get too high and celebrate and all that. But, like the game isn't over. Like that was in the first quarter. So if you get too excited right then and you put all your energy into that and you're just thinking you're checked out for the game, then you never know what could happen. And you might get another opportunity to make a big play. And if you don't make it then, it's just like you really just kind of mess it up for yourself. So you just got to stay neutral, never get too high, never get too low.
Honestly, did you think the game was in the bag 27-7?
No, honestly. I remember going at halftime, and, the mood was kind of like lighter, and a lot of the leaders on our team stepped up and told them, like, we still got to keep our foot on the pedal, and the game isn't over yet, because you never know what could happen in the second half. So it's not a time to celebrate. Just play 30 more minutes, and then we'll see where it goes from there.
You mentioned halftime. It could have been 28-7. It could have been 24-14. There was a whole bunch of things that happened in that last 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Is that something you guys talked about a little bit?
I mean, that's kind of situational work. Like, we work a lot of stuff like that in practice. So, the kickoff, our field goal block team, they got in, they created a lot of pressure, and they were able to affect the kick, and he missed it right before the half. So, I mean, that's like we talk about winning the middle 8, which is the first 4 minutes, or the last 4 minutes of the first half and the second of the second half. So we really had to go out there and just, execute that.
Last thing along those lines, offensively, did you feel like you let one slip there when you got the field goal instead of the touchdown, first and goal at the 2?
Yeah, but I mean, points is better than no points. So, we could take what we get, because it ended up being like a big part of the game.
How much did you watch your grandfather film of? Obviously you weren't around, and uncle growing up. Did you ever see film of them? Did they ever brag about their accomplishments?
Nah, my uncle and grandfather were real humble, so they never really talk about it. But my uncle and grandfather will also, give me a hard time and joke around a lot. And we all like to talk about who's going to be the best when everything's all said and done. And I did watch a lot of their film. My grandpa's film was real slowed down, so I'll tell him he's the slowest in the family for sure. My uncle, I know he played a little more modern, so yeah, I mean, he was pretty good too.
Anything else for Bryce?
What's the challenge this week playing against this Oklahoma defense?
I mean, they're a great team, and they're real fast, and they're real fundamentally sound. So we just got to use our technique and do what we're coached to do, and then there's no telling, how it could go.
You I noticed that they do have a lot of interceptions
Mm-hmm.
over the last couple of years. Is that a focal point this week for you guys to take care of the ball?
I mean, their defense has always been pretty good, and they really fly to the ball. So it's not really so much, being worried about throwing interceptions. But, yeah, we do, preach taking care of the ball a lot, and that's one of our non-negotiables in the program.
How do you guys as an offense find a little more success in the second half?
We just got to just make the plays work. No matter what they call, whatever the play call is, we need to go out there and execute it, no matter if they do know that we're running it or if we're passing it. We just got to make the plays work.
Your opinion, you think there's some value situationally in using Garrett or Jarrett, depending upon the situation?
Yeah, they're two really different quarterbacks, but they both can really help the team. So I think we've done a good job, getting them both into the offense, and they're creating their own success in their own way. And Garrett has been a spark for us for sure, and Daigie's been picking up a lot of his play too.